Cobra Kai season 4. Cobra Kai season 4 is a week away.
The countdown has begun.
Actually, exactly 1 week from now, we'll probably have finished it.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be done.
No doubt.
So holy shit, 1 week from now is where we're going to be really bummed out.
Right, because it'll be over.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have loved watching it, but obviously we're going to be like doing the countdown for season 5.
I mean, we'll be trolling it by then.
Yeah, we'll be doing videos and talking about all the episodes. But let's talk about this little theory. The voice of reason here is quite a sleuth.
She's doing a little research.
Yeah, doing a little research. Yep. Research is Google, right?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Okay. Isn't that what it means automatically these days?
It does.
Yes, I did like a quick little Google search because I can't remember what I was looking for, an obscure character's name or something. So I just Googled Cobra Kai cast and was scrolling.
She sent it to the internet.
I love it. I love it. I did, or I retrieved it from the internet. And down at the bottom here was a picture of Jessica Andrews, and she's listed as a cast member. So, woo!
Yeah, it said hash brown Jessica.
Yeah,
is what it said, and then we knew. So kind of interesting, right? I know those things can be wrong, obviously, but it sounds like Jessica Andrews is going to be on the show at some point.
How?
So, well, let's talk about this first. Keep in mind, guys, they've already filmed season 5, even though season 4 doesn't come out for another week. So it's possible that maybe she's in season 5, you know, or that maybe she just agreed already to be in season 6, since we know that's coming too.
Oh. It's getting so complicated.
Yeah, so it could be that she's a ways away. Let's also back up a little bit. Remember the actor who plays Mike Barnes, Sean Kanan?
Yes.
I love that we say he plays Mike Barnes.
Yeah.
He played Mike Barnes in 1989. And we're like, he plays Mike Barnes on a regular basis.
Yeah.
He had maybe 25 minutes of total screen time, and we're like, he still gets to be said that he plays him.
I love Sean Kanan though. Please, can we get to it already?
Well,
bring him on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because keep in mind, it was right after season 1, like right after that he did that.
Yeah.
He did like a signing, and he was caught on video telling kids that he's gonna be in season 2.
Yeah,
he didn't say maybe. I know we were waiting and waiting. He didn't say maybe. Season 2 came and went, and we thought, well, okay, it sounds like for sure season 3, since he thought it was going to be season 2, must have got bumped back a little.
Right.
No season 3, and as of right now, I mean, there's not much indication that he's in season 4 either.
We didn't see him in any trailer.
Right? He wasn't on this list, was he?
He is.
He is on
the cast list. Yeah.
Well, then I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
We are waiting, Mr. Kanan.
Yeah. So, okay, it sounds like he's agreed to something. Maybe this list is horseshit, but I don't think so. And it was a pretty in-depth list. They had everybody on there who's been on the show, and they had Robyn Lively, who played Jessica. So, you know, let's recap a couple things here. Jessica is we talked about this in our Karate Kid Part 3 review. So go back to that. I'll link in the description if you want to check that one out. We talked for a few minutes about Jessica and how she came on stronger than ever with Daniel. I mean, the minute she met Daniel, she's like, absolutely, fuck the shit out of me. Let's do this.
It was the 80s.
Then he goes home. He says that in the movie too.
I know.
Then Daniel goes home. He puts on some deodorant. He cleans up a little bit. As soon as he comes back, like just a few hours later to pick her up for the date, she's completely changed her tune. That vagina had completely dried up by the time he showed up. Oh my gosh. And he's like, we can go Dutch. It'll be refreshing. Liz, it's never refreshing to suddenly get friend zoned, Daniel. It's not. I love that it'll be refreshing. It'll be fun. So that was Jessica's little past, and she did a lot of nutso fucking things in that movie. Most notably, one of the things that I thought was crazy was when Daniel had punched out her, like, basically attacker at the dance, right? They're at the dance, and that guy, like, grabs her, and he's like, she's coming home with me. He didn't even talk to her. I mean, it was, who the fuck?
Right.
What kind of villain? The villains in this series are so funny because no villain doesn't even talk to a woman and just walks up and, like, grabs her arm and says, I'm taking you home. That's bizarre.
It fit with the rest of the movie, though, because so much of it was so over the top. So
yeah, all the villains were so over the top. Like Mike Barnes, Kreese is always kind of over the top.
Terry
More
Silver.
so here. Silver's way over the top. The maniacal laugh. I mean, he's like he's got a cross between Skeletor and Gargamel's laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then of course that guy too. So all the villains. Oh, and even Snake. Remember Snake?
Yeah.
And Dennis. Like Dennis, maybe wasn't as bad, but anyway, yeah, the villains were really over the top in that movie. Just crazy. Where the first film they were also grounded. Even Kreese in the first film I thought was grounded.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's how Jessica Andrews can return in Cobra Kai. Here's how we can actually see her in season 4 or season 5. Okay, you ready for this?
I
haven't told you this before.
Theory.
Okay, here's how I've come up with it. I imagine that we're going to see Mike Barnes soon anyway. All right. And I think
From your lips to God's ears.
Right, let's hope. I think she will be Mike Barnes' wife.
Ooh.
And here's why. Okay,
Yeah?
that scene in Karate Kid Part 3 where he kicks her
Oh my God.
and knocks her down. I think, honestly, I saw some
You
love.
think they made a love connection when he kicked her in the gut?
Yeah, I do. I think there was something there because she seems like she likes a manly guy. I think that's why she didn't want to go out with Daniel after all.
Oh my God.
She thought, I don't know, he's a karate champ and all, but he doesn't seem quite like caveman enough for me. And then Mike Barnes came along and gave her exactly what she's always wanted. A hard
my God.
kick to
You
the
go
gut.
too far, Troll. This
That's
is
what
too
she was
much.
interested
Too
in.
much.
And she liked that. And
You have any
well,
other theories?
I have more evidence to back up my theory. I think that's why at the dance, when that guy grabbed her arm and said he's going to take her home, I think that's why she got so mad at Daniel. And she's like, "Oh, are you nuts?" I think that was because she wanted to go home with this guy. And so,
Oh my God.
because otherwise it didn't make sense. Why would you get mad at Daniel for knocking a guy out who's trying to attack you?
We are off the rails at this point.
So, no, I think I'm making a lot of sense. So this is how she comes back into the show. Obviously, they won't be pregnant with a kid because that possibility was probably ended by the kick itself. So it's not like, she could be having a kid on the way or anything. I think he did damage there. But this is my theory. So what do you think? You don't buy this?
No, I'm not. I'm thinking that's probably pretty low on the probability scale.
Let me tell you, there's a deleted scene from Karate Kid Part 3 where at the end, right after the tournament, Mike Barnes professes his love for her to the audience. He grabs the mic and said they cut that out of the film for time, but that's what happens.
Xander style.
And then yes, much like Xander was the best, wasn't he? I'll just take a moment for hate to talk about or to reflect on hate. Yeah, he was quite a kid. Anyway, I think this is a really bad theory. I don't think it's at all feasible.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
And in fact, you know what they would do, knowing these writers?
Huh.
If they do bring her back, and it looks like they're gonna, and Mike Barnes, and it looks like they're gonna, I would imagine she gets vengeance on him. Like I could see her like throwing a hot coffee in his face or something.
Yeah.
Daniel LaRusso, you threw hot coffee.
Like, wait a
Tom
minute,
Cole's
I
face.
remember you.
Yeah, something like that. And then of course someone will clean it up and go, no, it wasn't a hot coffee. It was a boba. It was a boba. It wasn't a hot coffee. No, this. It's so good. We've got a lot of references here. There's going to be people listening to this who don't know the show that well.
Yeah.
And they don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, you got to be Cobra Kai nerds.
Yeah, I guess. So listen, if that's a dumb theory, let me know in the comments. I don't know. Maybe there's other ideas though too. What about this? Okay, she's obviously nuts, right? So she's probably an alcoholic by now.
Oh, jeez.
What if she's in the same rehab as Shannon?
Okay.
You don't like any of these theories. I think she'd be a drunk for sure. That's obvious. I think that was clear. So she's a drunk. She's in the same rehab as Shannon.
She was a sweet girl.
She's a very sweet girl. A little libtarded for me, but very sweet. Like I'll tell you this, she's the best of the three girls in the.
She was a rock climber.
Yes.
She saved Daniel's life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
did she save his life? Oh well, kind of.
Yeah, when they got stranded, down at the bottom of the ravine.
I just like that she was so in it with him right from the beginning. She was very she barely knew him, but immediately she's defending him and all that. That's a great quality. So that makes up for a lot of her craziness. But I mean, she's cutting pictures of heads off of guys and hanging them up at her workplace. That's inappropriate.
Well, that is a girl thing.
And
again, this is what we do.
Well, I can't get over the way she turned on Daniel for defending her, for doing the right thing. What did she want Daniel to do? Just have a nice conversation with the guy. Hey, pal, look, you've had too much to drink.
Excuse
Let me get you a
sir,
taxi. Yeah, right. Come on, you knocked the guy out, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you do. You got to strike first. No, okay, I know we don't strike, but you gotta. That guy was clearly starting a problem, big time, and he was ready to get very physical, and Daniel took care of him. If I could redo Karate Kid Part 3, frankly,
yeah,
I would have made it so as soon as Daniel knocked him out, you know what her response would have been? She'd have gone, "Oh, thank God, let's get out of here."
Yeah,
and that would have been much better. That would have been cool. She was like, "That guy's a fucking." In fact, she could have kicked him while the guy was down. That would have been even better. The guy's like, "My nose," and she's kicking the shit out of him. They're both just destroying him. Terry Silver's just standing there in awe.
Oh my God,
my balls, everything hurts. It would have been great. These are terrible, terrible ideas. I mean, just nothing about any of these ideas is resonating. Oh my God.
We have to speculate.
Yeah, well, we're speculating an awful lot here. I'll give you another one. How about this? How about she's dating Allie's ex-husband? Remember how Allie's divorcing?
Yes.
So
and
she's
it's
dating,
nobody's fault.
Yeah, Schwarber, right? We made that clear, right? Schwarber. And then she and Allie can have a love triangle created that does not involve Daniel. Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be interesting.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, okay, that's not so crazy.
You don't think that's as bad as the other ones?
In the vein of keeping the Karate Kid Cobra Kai world small, because we always seem to come up with theories that, like everybody is interconnected. Why not?
Why not? Here's a thought.
It could happen.
Right now, the show is in 2019, right? In fact, they're at the very beginning of 2019, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right? I think so.
They don't know COVID yet.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but I think we're only in 2019. They don't know COVID yet. So either way, whether it's 2019 or early 2020, LA is not a shithole yet. So it's feasible that she would still go to visit LA because it's still normal before Newsom and everybody fucked it all up.
Normal being a relative term, we're talking about LA.
Yeah, we're talking about LA, but I mean, she at least it'd be a place she might go visit instead of flee, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny now that I think about it. Everybody's leaving Los Angeles with
That's true.
So with the whole thing that they got figured out for season 4, where Kreese says that they have to leave town, or they say he has to leave town.
Yeah.
It really, the true winner is anybody who leaves town.
Yeah.
That they should do it the other way.
Thank God I lost this tournament. I'm out of here.
Yeah, they should do it the other way. They should be like, no, Kreese, if you lose, you have to stay here. He's like, okay, if you lose, you stay. That's how they should really do it.
Yes.
But
I love it.
We're not quite in COVID times yet on Cobra Kai. Yeah. In all seriousness, I think the only way she's going to come onto the show will be just she and Daniel are Facebook friends, right? And she just kind of stays in touch with them, and that's kind of it. I think that'll be the extent of her involvement, if any.
Yeah, they could have. I could see them keeping in touch this whole time. They ended on a positive, friendly note, and they both seem like the sentimental types, and they would keep that bond. And they would have written letters or sent Christmas cards back in the day. That's Daniel's phrase.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see where they would have kept in touch. Maybe not even on Facebook, honestly, because Daniel seemed to have a pretty good boundary on that regard.
Oh yeah, because of his wife and everything.
Yeah.
Well, let us know in the comments, you guys. I've given you some horrendous concepts as to how she can come onto the show. Cobra Kai season 4 is in 1 week. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring bells, do whatever, because you don't want to miss quality programming like what we just gave you guys here. See you next time.